We're in business. Hello, everyone. I'm Danielle Laurier, president of the Brockville and District Horticultural Society. The good news is that nobody had to drive to come to our meeting tonight, but the bad news is, sorry, no sharing of our beautiful potluck dinner. So I hope everyone has had a chance to have a bite to eat so that we can get on with business. A few housekeeping rules. Welcome to our first virtual meeting. We will be muting everyone to reduce noise and turn videos off. So if you don't see your face, it's because videos have been turned off to the end. If you want to say something, you would write your question in the chat. For those of you not familiar with Zoom, there is a little button on the bottom of your screen that looks like a bubble. So you would click on that. The chat window would open up on the right-hand side of your screen, and you can type a message and press enter to send. So don't get flustered. It may take us a little to practice with Zoom. It's our first time too, so we're asking for everyone's patience. We have a few motions to vote on. They will be run by Mary Ann. So you, in your AGM package, you received all of the motions that we need to vote on. So we'll take the first one slowly, and it's fairly easy to do. If you have any questions, again, use the chat, but you will be asked to vote on motions in favor, against, or abstain, and you use your keyboard to choose whether you're in favor, against, or abstain. And we're also recording the meeting just so that everyone knows that there will be a recorded version of the meeting. So let's go through the agenda. First of all, I would like to introduce our District 3 Director, Sue Carew. She's in attendance this evening. She will be conveying later on in the program greetings from the OHA, and she will help us run the elections. We will ask for approval of the minutes of the last meeting. We will have the financial report. I will say a few words. We will ask Sue to run our election. We also need to appoint financial reviewers for 2021. Then we will adjourn for the business part of the meeting and get on to the fun stuff, presentation of awards, the photo competition results, and the member show and tell. So the AGM minutes from 2019 were sent to everyone by email. Are there any questions on last year's minutes, corrections, comments? If you would like to input, please use the chat function at the bottom of your window to let us know if there are any corrections to the minutes. Nothing? Well, we shall then proceed.
Whoops. Hold on, Danielle, you froze. We're back.
Sorry, I had something come up on my screen asking me to admit someone.
Oh, that's weird.
So we can go ahead now and vote on motion number 1. Can we approve the minutes of the 2019 AGM? The motion was made by Nancy Leger to approve the minutes. It was seconded by Tricia Blasco. And Marianne will now launch the poll and ask people to vote. So here is where you would click on in favor, against, or abstain.
And then press submit.
And then press submit. I keep running into Lorraine, who makes my screen freeze.
Well, it's weird because I don't see her on my list.
Okay, so we've had 15 votes in favor. Marianne, will you end that poll?
Yes, just give me a second here.
There.
Somebody voted yes by the chat. I'm going to share those results. And if you give me a second, I'm going to see if I can unmute Mary and we can ask her to vote. Except I don't have my screen up right now, so give me just a second here to find her. She may not be able to do that. I clicked on it, it said ask to unmute, so she probably has to hit a couple keys to do that and vote.
Well, we can get Mary's folks. Mary is joining us by phone, so we can we can ask Mary at the end and add her to the poll.
Yes, okay.
Okay. So are these the results, or will you?
Oh, I shared them, did they not?
No. Oh, yes, okay, the poll is sharing the results. There you go. So the first motion has passed. Thank you, everyone, for voting. So the next part of the agenda is the treasurer's report. This year, there was no formal requirement to approve the report due to COVID.
Okay, actually, if we can just go back, what Danielle means there is that normally we have two financial reviewers and we all sit down together and look at the books together and they ask questions and they go through it. We did not need to do that formal review this time. The board has looked at the financials, so it's not that they haven't been reviewed at all, but we just have not had the auditors, financial reviewers look at them. And Doreen Doris and Janet Swarbrick had agreed to do that this year, and they have agreed to, since they didn't do it in 2020, they will do it in 2021. And here are the highlights of the year. Next, okay. The balance sheet, as you can see, we've got a healthy bank account. We've still got our GIC. Whoop. And we, slow down there.
Sorry, I still have the poll right in the middle of my screen, so I cannot advance the PowerPoint very easily without getting rid of that poll.
Okay. So as you can see, and we've got lots of money in the bank. Our assets are good. The accounts receivable that you see there, that is the bulb order every year that is started before our year end. So we have the receivable. We just haven't got all the money in from the members at September 30th, but it has all come in now. So Danielle, if you're able to, next please. And then the income statement. The income statement is a snapshot of the calendar year, all the activity, income, and expenses in the calendar year. We received donations. We did some excellent fundraising, and that was mainly because our silent auction is in November at our AGM. So that's in our current fiscal year now, not the previous fiscal year. So we had the silent auction, we had our bulb sale, and that is the gross revenue on the bulb sale. There is an expense to offset that, and we'll see that when we go down to the expenses. Plant sale represents our members doing little mini plant sales, so that was excellent to even have that bit of income. And the big one was our other fundraising income, and that was the floral design that Jennifer Harvey did for us in January of this year. And from that, the floral designs raised $1,213. So excellent work. Bruce, of course, did that auction and raised lots of money for us. And of course, Jennifer's beautiful designs, everyone wanted them. So it wasn't hard to raise the money. Membership isn't down by much, so we did well this year. The grant is the same every year. Next, please. And now we're into the expenses. So the anniversary event, we had a couple things planned. We had to cancel the trip to Montreal, but we did buy the irises for all the members, and that's the expense you see here. Bank charges, that's straightforward. Community planting, those are the planters that Mary Finley takes care of at the hospital. We didn't have any expenses at Rotary Park or the pollinator garden this year. Often we didn't need to replace mulch or anything, so no big expenses there. Here's the expense on the bulb sale. So you can see the net profit on the bulb sale was $174. Fundraising expense for the plant sale. Well, we didn't have a plant sale, yet we had an expense. That's because this year we had a very kind offer. One of our members had a friend, or has a friend, who's a sign maker, and we needed to replace some of our signs from the plant sale. So they did those at cost for us. So we took advantage of that and had that expense this year, despite the fact we didn't have any income. Hall rental, really a donation to the church, but we felt we wanted to do the full amount that we usually do this year. Next, please. Office supplies, we bought a canopy this year for when we have our outreach events, and that's a big part of the office supplies, so that was $190. OHA fees, OHA insurance, district reduce, those are based on our membership numbers, so that's very straightforward. It's just a formula of our membership numbers times the cost. And other than that, science fair, we donate to that every year. Speakers was down because we didn't have as many speakers. And of course, yearbook printing, that's a fixed, well, not a fixed cost, it goes up and down depending how many yearbooks we print and how big it is, but that's a set cost we have every year. Next, please. So the bottom line is we still had a decent profit for a bad year. We haven't dipped into our savings at all. We've got a healthy bank account, so we're in good shape going forward. So as we said earlier, the review was not applicable this year just due to the pandemic. And if there are any questions on the financials, just type them up in the chat and we'll just give you a second to see if anything's going to pop up there. Okay, I don't see any messages.
Okay, let's proceed with the vote then on motion 2. Can we approve the financial statements? The motion was moved by Nancy, seconded by Tricia. The poll will be launched and we ask all members to vote, please.
And you just need to click on the words in favor, against, or abstain. If you've got an iPad, just touch the words, or tablet. Okay. I'm going to end the polling and show the results.
Everyone in favor? The motion has passed. Thank you. Oh.
You're frozen again.
Okay, proceeding to vote number 3, the appointment of the auditors. Each year, we need to appoint 2 reviewers. They can't be related to the treasurer nor to each other. They cannot be on the executive or the board. Marianne has mentioned before that both Doreen and Janet have agreed to let their names stand for auditors for 2021. So we're putting Nancy is putting together a motion to appoint both Doreen and Janet as our auditors. It was seconded by Tricia, and we will now launch the poll. If you could please vote. Sharing the results of the poll. The motion has passed. My president's report. Well, everyone knows that 2020 was a very tough year, my first year of office. The COVID pandemic really affected everyone, not only BDHS. We couldn't have regular face-to-face meetings, but the board met several times, and we decided it was very important to keep the communication channels open with our members. We're doing that through communiques, and we do like to receive input. If you feel we're giving you too much information, please let us know. We have heard from a few members that the last couple of communiques have been very packed, but this is a very busy time of year where we need to get ready for the following year. So bear with us. We will try to keep our communiques down to a minimum. But despite all of the year being a challenging year, we have had some very positive news to share. At the beginning of the year, we managed to have a few speaker events. We had pop-up plant sales that brought revenue to the society. We had a very successful garden tour in August, which yielded a big participation. We were able to continue maintaining the gardens, both here in Brockville and in Athens, that our volunteers keep well maintained. And our pollinator garden received special recognition from the Canadian Federation, Canadian Wildlife Federation. In addition to that, I'm pleased to report that our life member, Donelda, received the OHA District Service Award in April. Congratulations, Donelda. And the Society got awarded the 2019 OHA District 3 Appreciation Award. So thank you for everyone for contributing to everything that the Society does to help out the OHA. Now we had, as part of our 115th anniversary celebration, we bought each membership a Japanese iris, and the overall response to that special anniversary gift was very positive. The board enjoyed being the bearers of the gifts, and not all the irises bloom, so we thought we would share a photo from someone's that did, and fingers crossed that yours will bloom next year. We still have some positions that need to be filled. They're listed here. Vice President, the Secretary, the Treasurer, several committee chairs. Next year will be the second year of my term as president. If we don't have a VP this year next year, in 2021, it means that we're not going to have a president in 2022. This is not a unique problem to BDHS, but some societies have had to fold because volunteers just aren't stepping up to help manage things. We cannot always think that the same people are going to be doing all of the work. So we need you to volunteer. Please consider seriously taking on a position to help us manage the activities of the society. Now, I don't want to sound that I'm beating you over the head, but it is a very important message that I wanted to relay in my president's report. We need to fill those positions. And I hope that everyone will continue to support us through these challenging times by renewing memberships.
Danielle, there is a question from Tricia.
Yes.
Is the work I did for the art competition, was that being a committee chair? That's when she stepped in to help out because the current chair was unable to do the technology.
The art competition chair position is still available, Tricia. I will show you in a few slides some of the committee chair positions that need to be filled. Now I pass over the microphone to Sue Carew to bring greetings from the OHA and District 3.
Thank you very much, Danielle, and how nice it is to see everyone here today. I hope you can hear me all right.
Yep, we're good.
Oh, great. Well, we're all learning new skills as we endeavor to meet virtually, and you're doing so well so far, so that's really great and very impressive. It's very easy for me to see how involved your society is with your members, your executive and your members, with your community. And I want to congratulate you on your 115th anniversary and all the great events and activities you have done this year, despite the hardship of doing this amidst the COVID pandemic. The OHA board sends a huge thank you for all the hard work that you do to make your community more beautiful and to dispense knowledge reflecting the goals of the OHA. Volunteers are the backbone of everything we do. Belonging to your organization gives you the opportunity to meet new people, create friendships, develop new skills, and share your love of gardening. In 2019, there were 273 affiliated horticulture societies or garden clubs with who recorded 533,673 volunteer hours in community service across Ontario. This amazing achievement shows the commitment and dedication of all members of the OHA. In light of your hard work, I hope that you will nominate someone from your society again for the District Service Award and nominate members of your society for the Ontario Volunteer Service Awards. Those nominations, the first one is due in December, on the 1st of December. The Ontario Volunteer Service Awards are due January the 25th. And also, I hope you will apply for the District 3 Climate Change Action Grant of $150, and that is due on February the 15th. don't forget, there are lots of OHA awards. You have been the recipient of some of them just recently, and lots of grants. So check out your awards and grants booklets and see what you can do. So once again, thank you for all your hard work, and that you're just doing a great job. Thank you very much.
Okay, now we're going to, I have a few slides before I ask Sue to help us run our elections. So our constitution allows us to have between 5 and 8 board members. We have 6 board members who are returning. We have 1 board member that resigned in September, and 1 board member that is not standing for re-election. So no motion is necessary, as all board members are continuing in their role. I would like to take a minute to thank Dan Leonard very much for his service on the board and his role as a membership co-chair. And we send our best wishes to Roberta on her move to Kingston to grow her landscape design business. I also want to thank from the bottom of my heart my 2 executive members, Janet Shepherd and Marianne Van Berlo, who have expressed a desire to retire. The election of executive officers and board members. So I will ask Sue to take over now and preside.
Thank you, Danielle. Before we install the officers, I will ask, is there a nomination for vice president? Are there any further nominations for the position of vice president, or any nominations? Are there any nominations for the position of president? Are there any further nominations for the board of directors? And are there any volunteers for the position of secretary? Are there any volunteers for the position of treasurer? And as directors, I see we have 6 members who have volunteered to maintain their positions. And that's really great. So they are acclaimed. Our past president and our president are acclaimed since there are no other nominations. And the board does have the ability, I believe, in your constitution, that you have the ability to appoint people to fill these positions that are left outstanding. Dan Leonard has just said that he will take the role of secretary.
All right. Let me amend this slide then.
All right. While she's doing that,
Excuse me.
look,
Could I nominate Bruce Wiley as vice president? It's Carol Gallery here.
You can nominate him, but he'd have to accept it before we can vote on it.
All right. Is he? I think he's present.
I believe Bruce is on the line. Bruce,
Right.
are you? I'm going to unmute you for a second if I can. Oh, you.
Thank you for that generous. I've thought about it, but I really don't have the time. Thank you.
Are there any other nominations for the position of vice president or treasurer? Something to consider just before we carry on with the installation.
So the rest are for you.
Oh,
Chris and I,
it was very good.
they went to a church sale.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
who do I have to mute?
I see in the chat that it's Marlene, not Dan,
Yes.
who is offering to take the position of secretary.
Sorry?
Danielle, can you change that Dan as secretary to Marlene?
Oh, yes.
And we're still okay because we have 5, because Marlene can't be a director and secretary. So we still then have 5 board members, and our constitution says we must have a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 8. So we would be okay there still.
Mhm. And just one other thing that I would mention, for the position of vice president and treasurer, have you considered having a co-vice president and co-treasurers and having 2 people take on the role and share that job? That's something to consider. And of course, you can always join the executive later on if you decide to take one of those positions.
Okay.
So now, since there is no one contesting any of these positions, I believe that we can acclaim everyone who has accepted a position of responsibility.
So,
We still need to accept the slate though, don't we?
We do.
Okay.
So we have a slate, and you have seen the slate. Do you want to put it back up, or there's your slate of executive? I will say a few other words. Your society has played an important role in beautifying and caring for your community in many ways that relate to horticulture and offering learning and participation opportunities to members and friends. You on the executive and board are now offering yourselves for service within the community and to promote the objectives of Garden Ontario or the Ontario Horticultural Association. So thank you very much for accepting the responsibilities and duties of your office for the coming year. And to you, the other members of the Brockville and District Horticulture Society, you have chosen your officers and they have accepted their responsibilities. They have their part and you have yours. They depend on your support and encouragement and cooperation. By working together, you will have another successful year. So I do declare these new officers and board members installed in your various offices with best wishes for the coming year. And to all of the outgoing executive members who are no longer on the board, we are very grateful for your past leadership, dedication, and willingness to serve your Horticultural Society and Garden Ontario, the Ontario Horticultural Association. So thank you very much. And now Nancy has made a motion to accept the slate of officers and board members as presented. Seconded by Tricia. And now you can vote on that.
the motion has passed. Thank you.
So now, there you have your new officers and board members. Congratulations, everyone.
The following is a list of who does what at BDHS. Thank you to those who have volunteered to carry on in their role as chair of certain committees. And thank you to some of our new people that have accepted to help out. I won't go through the list because this list will be in the yearbook, but those highlighted in yellow are still volunteer positions that we are looking to fill. So we need someone to take on the art competition, the floral design competitions, the program of summer outings. So if you would like to give it some thought and are interested in helping out, please let me know. This concludes the formal part of the annual general meeting. Is there any other business? If not, I declare the meeting adjourned, and we will now move on to the presentations. But before we do the presentations, we are going to show you the photo review of 2020. I hope everyone enjoys it. It takes about 9 minutes to run through the show. So if you need a bathroom break, now's the time to go, but don't log out, because after the photo review slideshow, we are going to move on to awards and member videos, which are coming up after the photo review, which Marianne will show us in a minute.
Okay, just give me a second here. I've got to take over the screen from Danielle. Start this. Share. Okay. So these are photos we're taking out throughout the year at our different events, meetings, outings, and some are the pollinator garden and floral design competitions. So just enjoy. Okay, back to Danielle, back to the awards and presentations. Okay, Danielle, I muted you while the slideshow was going on, so you're going to have to unmute.
There. Can you hear me now?
We can.
Okay. Am I back in the meeting?
You are, you're not in the presentation part of it. We're just seeing you right now. So have you done share screen and then gone into your keynotes?
Yes, the keynotes presentation is on the screen.
Okay, but have you hit share screen before you did that? There we go.
I apologize for that. So the next part of our meeting is to present competition and awards. So
Can you
every year,
Excuse me, Danielle, can you hit play? There we go.
every year at the AGM, we recognize the achievements of our members by presenting special awards. We have various competitions. They're all listed below. The winners receive recognition in the certificate and a voucher for a free membership the following year. Some of these special awards have accumulated overall first place winners, and they also get a small monetary prize for each competition. We'll start off with the art competition, which was recently voted on. We went digital this year. We have some very talented artists in the group. Certainly want to thank all of those that entered and those that did the digital voting. So the first, second, and third place winners of the Art in Bloom competition. First place went to Suzanne Palmer, in addition to second place, and a third place, Celia Godkin, for her entry number 2 here on the right. So the award was voted on by members in November, and the highest number of votes, the person to get the Art in Bloom certificate in the class of singular beauty is Suzanne Palmer. The floral design competition. We have 3 classes, 3 competitions every year. The guidelines for both the Spring Bulb Beauties and the Sibylline Rivalry were changed to allow digital submissions and electronic. The winners of class 1, Marlene Leonard came first, Cecilia Walter second, Suzanne Palmer third, and there was a third place tie with Anne Christensen. These were announced at last year's AGM, the first class. The Class 2 Spring Bulb Beauties, Marlene Leonard took first place, followed by Danielle second place, and Judy third place. And in our last competition, Madeleine Crawford ranked first, followed by Ida Horwath, Katie Obermeyer, and Marlene Leonard were tied for third. So the entries that you see here are the first of all the 3 different classes. So going back to our floral design competition and the cumulative total, our winner for the floral design competition is Marlene Leonard. Congratulations, Marlene. We also have a Members Garden Tour Award. That award was voted on by members that attended the garden tour in August. The voting was very, very, very difficult. We almost had a 3-way first place tie, but in the end it was a 2-way tie. So thank you to everyone for coming out to the garden tour. Congratulations to the first place winners, the O'Shaughnessy Garden and the Dougal Garden, followed by Diana Earle and Victor Limbeek taking second place. Now I will hand over the microphone to Sandra Anderson, the chair of the photo competition, who will take us through the competition winners.
Sandra, oh, perfect.
Thank you. Okay, Danielle has put up the winners. Thank you very much. And as you can see, we have class 1, which is a digitally edited photo of a single bloom. And Marianne, congratulations for first. Marianne Van Berlo, and second was Carol Gelrich, third for Bob King. And I will show you those shortly. I'll show you the first, second, and third in every class. Class 2, Profusion of Color, Sandra Anderson, and second and third to Marianne. Beautifully done, Marianne. Class 3 was a wild card. In other words, a picture of a wild or native plant. First was Judy Fowler, second Sandra Anderson, and third Gwen Garand. And if I can take this to the...
Yep, just let me...
Sorry?
Okay, you're on.
So this is the first place, and I'll just like to say a few things about this class because it was...
Oh, we're not seeing the pictures yet.
Sorry, that's... I clicked share screen and it's not coming through to you, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Do the share screen and then select the open PowerPoint presentation.
Does that work?
Not yet.
All right. Sorry about that. I've did everything I was supposed to do.
Okay.
Now you're saying share screen.
Yeah, share screen, and then it should bring up a window with all the different software you have open. And in that window, you select your PowerPoint presentation.
Just a moment. I've done everything that you said to do.
Okay, well, maybe we'll not do the version that you've got there, and we'll just show it at the very end in the whole conglomerate of the whole photo competition.
All right, thank you very much.
Sorry.
And it will be, and everything is also indicated on that slide presentation that I've made for the end. And I just wanted to say a few things about the one particular class that was offered, the digitally edited, was really a fantastic class. There were so many people that put their imaginations to work, and I'm going to offer that class again next year. And as far as the judging goes, we had a very qualified judge from the photo club and well versed in photography and judging photography. And there were so many beautiful pictures that so many of them could have placed differently because, of course, judging anything is subjective. And I was just wanted to say how pleased I was with the total entries, and congratulations. And we'd like to have a lot more people trying this. And what we're going to hopefully do next year is to have the photographers or anybody that's interested in photography to submit their pictures digitally. And then we can show it to everybody as we're doing right now. How does that work for you?
Good. Now,
Thank you very much.
Now back to Danielle.
if I can,
If her computer will cooperate.
no, I'm frozen again here. Okay, I'm playing.
I could do a song and dance.
Okay, I think we're in business here.
Yay.
Okay, sorry about that.
Get you to press play.
Yep.
Perfect.
Oh, we're
You went back a few.
all right. We're back. We're back in business here with the announcement of the photo competition. The photography award was awarded to the person with the highest combined points in the competition. Congratulations to Mary Ann for winning the photography award. And as you know, every year we have a category, the photo that is judged the highest of all entries, the best in show, and also gets to have the photo on the 2021 yearbook cover. You see the beautiful photo here, and it is congratulations to Sandra Anderson for placing best in show. Very well done, Sandra. Last but not least, the Volunteer of the Year Award, which is given to a volunteer for all of the notable contributions and the service and help that is given to the programs of the society. It is my pleasure to announce that this year's winner of the Volunteer of the Year Award goes to Pat Herbert. Congratulations, Pat. That ends the presentation of awards. All winners will receive a certificate, and it will be delivered with a free membership for 2021 as well. So I just want to remind people to do a few things here. If you could please submit your volunteer hours if you have not. Kindly renew your membership. We are still looking for some volunteers to sign up for maintenance of Rotary Park and Pollinator Garden. We hope to again have a virtual event, a speaker event The date of our next meeting is January the 25th. And we will have a guest speaker, Andre Odette of Bushel Cidery in Mallorytown, who will speak to us about trees, berries, and truffles. But before our speaker event, we will have another virtual floral design competition in December. It will be, the class is merry and bright, so you can have the benefit of creating a nice floral design and using it for your Christmas centerpiece. Before I sign off to the next part of our program, I want to give my thanks to Marianne for all of the hard work that she has done in preparing this virtual meeting. Without her, we would not have been able to reach the point that we were at today. So thank you everyone for attending our first virtual meeting. Please send us any feedback you have on what you liked, what you didn't like, and if you have any suggestions on how we can improve our virtual meetings. We will likely be running virtual meetings for the next little while, given the current situation. We'd certainly like to return to in-person meetings, but only time will tell. So don't leave the meeting yet. We have some fun member videos coming up in addition to the results of the photo competition. Okay, Marianne?
Okay, I thought you were going to do your last slide now.
Well, do you want me to do the last slide now?
Well, just saves you getting it back up again.
Okay. I wish everyone happy holidays and stay safe. Continue to be COVID smart. Marianne is going to take a few screen captures of the audience for our next version of the Google Photo Album at the end. So don't sign off right now, and look up so that we see your best side.
Yeah, but that'll be after we do the members, the videos that they sent in. So just bear with me because I have to go into a couple different softwares here. Some came in YouTube, some came in okay, full size, yep. Now the audio is not great on some of these. You get ready to turn your volume up. This first one is from Diana Earl, and she's talking to Victor in the background there, and you can hardly hear Victor, but basically what he's doing is he's cleaning the rocks.
Hi,
What are you doing?
I'm cleaning the stones.
Are you ever? Wow. How did the stones get here?
Oh, they did a lot of blasting. This is a big hole in the rock. They used the rock to help them build the bridge and the parkway.
The bridge at Jones Creek?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my.
So
Oh.
the stone looks better without all the gravel and dirt leaning against it.
And who's this up here?
Oh, that's the spectator.
Just kind of keeps track of you?
Yep, he comes and watches, lets me know if I make any mistakes.
Well, this is a tremendous amount of work, Victor.
Yeah, I moved 150 wheelbarrow loads of rock and dirt.
Wow. And you're pretty well finished this whole section.
For this stage, yeah.
What's the next stage?
Next stage is to clean up the center part. Get rid of all the gravel and...
Oh, what we're standing on.
Yeah.
Oh, and here you saved some stone dust that you pulled down?
Yep, I separated the stone and the dirt.
Oh. Yeah.
You can see there's two wheelbarrows. The red wheelbarrow has the dirt in it, and the right wheelbarrow has the rock in it.
Okay, and what do you do? Well, you save this.
Yeah, this is going to be used, and this is going to be discarded.
Okay. And you're not using heavy equipment.
Well, once in a while, Pat Hopkins generously allows me to use his little tractor, and that helps with some of the heavier things.
Oh.
But generally, I use a chain and a come-along for heavy stuff. Or I pull it out with my truck.
Ren, where are you?
Ren, come.
Oh.
Come on, Ren.
Oh, she's coming down the stairs. She's learned which way to go that's better. Hi, Ren.
There she is.
There she is.
Oh,
Good.
a rock.
Yeah. Well, there's Victor. Yeah. Your eyes match the sky, and your shirt matches the sky.
Oh, yeah. I have a cloudy shirt.
Yeah.
Hope that doesn't mean rain.
No, no. This is where we are. This little corner of our yard that nobody ever gave a second glance to.
Okay, the next video is in a different format. So again, oh, it's starting again. Sorry. Can you? Can you guys hear that?
No.
No. No. Okay, that doesn't matter then. I will go to the next one. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Now I'm flustered. There it is.
Help them build the bridge and the parkway.
Hello, fellow
The
gardeners.
bridge at Jones
I've been
Creek?
making banana
Oh.
tea all season
Oh,
long.
my.
The internet says
Oh.
that banana peel tea is great for plants. It boosts blooms and it is a high
And
source
who's
of
this up here?
potassium. Are banana peels significantly more nutritious than any other source of organic matter? Turns out there's nothing special about bananas. Don't get conned by tea claims for plants. They will add value to both the soil and plants, but they are not a superfood. I have had positive results with banana tea, but don't get hooked in by all the crazy ideas on the internet.
Hello, my name is Shiva McCool and I want to talk to you about my hobby. This is my first paint by number project. I was surprised at how relaxing this was to do. And I'm not an artist, but I found something that I really like to do. I highly recommend this to those of you who miss tending the flowers in your gardens, especially at this time of year. What is great about this project is you can make it your own. So this is the sunflower, hopefully you can see that, and there are so many other paint kits that have other beautiful flowers. You can find them at Amazon, Michael's, anywhere actually. So happy painting and stay safe.
Fall is an excellent time to clean your tools before you put them away for the season. I want to show you how to clean your secateurs. So the tools you need will be a grinding stone, vice grips, screwdriver, penetrating oil, and some steel wool. So first thing to do is to take the secateurs apart. There are 3 screws here that you'll be loosening. 2, and now it's starting to come apart. So handles, spring. Now here is a nut that we need to loosen, and that's what we've got the vice grips out for. Usually it just takes getting it started, and then once you've got it loose, you can take it off by hand. Then you've got the locking mechanism, the anvil part of your bypass pruner, the bolt. Now, I didn't loosen the screw. It's actually quite clean here, so I'm not going to loosen it. If you had a lot of buildup of dirt here, you would loosen this one also. So now that you've got it taken apart, you need to give it a good cleaning, and that's where the steel wool comes in. So polish it up. This one is actually clean because I cleaned it already, but I wanted to show you how to take it apart and do it properly. So all the parts would get a good cleaning. Then you want to sharpen it. So you take your sharpening stone, and there's a coarse side and a fine side. This is the coarse side. Following the bevel of the blade, just gently but with steady pressure, pull it through from bottom to the top. And do both sides. This one doesn't have a bevel, so do it flat. And then go to your finer grit side. And now you're just going to do another gentle swipe or two. And what you're doing is taking off any burr that might have built up from the first pass through. So that's it basically. It's time to put it back together. This is where the lubricant comes in. You want to make sure that any moving parts are lubricated, and you don't want to leave too much on, but you want it to be cleaned up and lubricated. So there we go. This part, then this part. Always good to remember how to put it back together. And there we go. There. And then the handle. Always easier to do this one first, because you're not putting as much together. Hang on. This part and the nut itself has little teeth, so you need to line those up when you're putting it together. If you do miss it, or if it moves, you can just loosen this screw again and lift it up. You don't have to loosen it completely, just lift it up and put it in place, and then hold it there so that when you are screwing it down, it's not moving on you. There. Now that's not super tight yet. I will tighten it more. Another part that probably can use some lubricant is this spring. Again, you want some of that to soak in, but you don't want it too sopping so that it gets sticky. And of course that just pops in there and there. All the, whoops, that's not holding. Oh, it's not holding because I don't have it tight. So let me tighten it some more. And there you go. That's all you do.
Now the next one is the photo competition results. Actually, these are all the entries.
Very nice.
So thank you everyone for sending all of those in. You can all unmute yourself and turn your cameras on if you'd like. You should see a little symbol with a microphone with a slash through it. Just click on that. And the same thing with a camera with a slash through it. Just click on that.
So what are we doing?
I see most of you.
We are. Hey,
Take that one, click that.
Yeah.
wow.
4, 5,
Hi,
6, 7, 8,
everybody.
12. Now you can
Hi.
chat. You can. Al, are you able to unmute? Ask him to unmute. I see. Start video. Video.
We're on mute.
Gwen, can you find your video camera?
Gwen?
Okay. Well, Gwen's there. Her microphone's on. Her camera's not. Okay, well, I will get a picture of the group of us here. Say cheese, say flowers.
Flowers. Cheese.
Okay, let me just download that and make sure it's going to be good.
Well, there's Gwen.
There's Gwen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gwen's there now?
Yeah.
Hi, Gwen.
We're just missing Al.
And Pat.
Oh, what happened to Pat?
I don't know.
She
Pat,
left.
can you turn your camera on?
I can't seem to get it on.
Oh, do you have a little symbol of the camera there that you
Yeah,
should just click?
and then I click on it and then it wants me to rename.
Oh, there's
Oh.
Al.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
If I send you ask to start video, does that help?
Let's see. Oh,
There
you
you
can see
are.
me.
Okay, I'm going to try that again. Take another picture here.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Hi, Joan.
Hi.
Cheese.
Okay, some of us are fuzzy, but we all have different camera quality, so that's great. So wonderful.
Good.
Thanks to
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you to everybody. Great meeting,
Thank you,
Danielle.
Marianne.
Thank you very
Danielle.
much. That was good.
That
Great
was
meeting, Marianne.
a great meeting. Thanks.
Good job.
Meeting, good meeting.
Thanks, Sandra.
meeting.
Yes.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.
Yes. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry
Oh, thank
Christmas
you,
to you
Carol.
too,
Merry
Carol.
Christmas.
Bye for now.
Bye. We'll see you
Bye.
at our next one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks, Sue.
Bye-bye. Thanks again for the invitation.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Night-night.
Night, night.
Thanks for putting this together. It was great.
Oh, that was fantastic.
So much work, so much work. Good job.
Yeah, a
Good
few
job.
hours went into getting it this far.
I can't believe it. It was difficult for us just figuring out how to do it, let alone organizing it.
Yeah. Well, now you've got it done. Next one will be a lot easier.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Good job.
Okay, shall I end the meeting?
Yeah.
off.
Thanks a
You-
lot, guys.
Thanks.
End the meeting, folks.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you again.